4 of the life of Preston Schwartz. I've had many revelations, many good comments and concerns regarding the topics and the way I'm presenting it, and I've decided that what I'm going to do will be tell you about myself, forget about the skeletons, just tell you the stories, and as I tell you, whatever comes out will come out. I think it'll be much better that way. I also have to try and limit myself to about an 8 or 9 minute period because I just recorded chapter 4 previously earlier today, and it was rejected because it was way too long. It was like double the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on Preston, and we'll start by maybe at age 6. One of the factors that may have led me towards medicine and nursing. Here I am, 6-year-old little boy, has bad tonsils. This doctor kept pumping me full of penicillin. Tonsils got worse. Finally, put in the hospital, had removed my tonsil, my adenoids, the polyps that are naturally occurring in the nasal passages as a child, and never recovered from that surgery and became weak and more weak and never really regained physical strength after that. Here we go. At that point, my mother takes me to another doctor who diagnoses me with childhood leukemia, type of red white blood cell leukemia, and it's a drag. Here I am, my mom's freaking out, they're deciding what to do, and if anybody knows the word methotrexate, that's a drug that if you take that, it's a real bummer because it means you have metastatic carcinoma. And they also now treat rheumatoid arthritis with that drug too. It destroys a lot of the white blood cells in arthritics, but it also destroys good cells too. But what they did was they diagnosed me as having leukemia, and 6 years old, alone and frightened in the hospital. They give me a dose of methotrexate intravenously, and I have this IV running. I get sick, totally sick to my stomach, throw up. Eventually I go to sleep, and the next day I wake up and all of my hair fell out and all of my baby teeth fell out. And I'm sitting there in bed crying, and I know I'm dying, and it's not right, and it was a bummer. And my Aunt Sylvia Noble, may she rest in peace, said out loud, she said, yelling and screaming, "This isn't right, this isn't right, this isn't good." She split, and she ran out of the room. She came back with a doctor by the name of Frederick S. Miller, who saved my life. I think this was one of the beginning factors of me in nursing and medicine and the whole hospital trip. This guy comes in yelling and screaming. He literally rips the IV out of my arm and doesn't even put a bandage on or a cotton or hold it bleeding. It's gushing blood out of my vein. And he doesn't care. He's yelling and screaming and throwing shit in the room, and everything's flying. And he's yelling, he doesn't have cancer, he doesn't have leukemia, he doesn't have leukemia. He's got mononucleosis, and let's not kill Preston. So thank you, Aunt Sylvia Noble. May you rest in peace. She went out and got the doctor that saved my life. So it was that traumatic thing of him coming in and ripping out the IV without him even caring about the venous blood flow return from where he ripped the IV out, but he was pissed. And I thank God for my Aunt Sylvia because she saved my life, because they'd have continued giving me methotrexate and then they'd have buried me because the methotrexate would have killed me. So that's one story of Preston. I'm going to continue my stories because they're mostly medically related in somehow, form, or fashion. I've got some stories of my life as a male registered nurse and female patients, you would not believe these stories. I swear to Jesus are all true. The stories that I'll tell you about my experiences with female patients as a male registered nurse are all going to be true and unbelievable. Hollywood cannot write these scripts. This is like something that you have to live through and experience. And when I started nursing school, it was an experience. And there were 17 men and 34, I think 37 females in our class, 50 some students, and one dropped out. But irregardless, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Welcome to Chapter 4. This is the beginning of the rest of my life. I will include the skeletons, and I'll include the grandparents and the history, because Rick, my friend in Santa Barbara, is right. That's where I came from. So those people are important too. But I don't need to get into them right away. And I don't need to get into the closets, because the closets will always be there. It's history. But I want to tell you about the experiences that I've encountered in 35 years of nursing and teaching, and it's all been wonderful. So I'm going to keep Chapter 4 short, because I recorded Chapter 4 earlier today, and it was rejected because it was way too long. I got into it, and it's good that it's short, because 8 minutes is enough of me. So I'm going to keep it short. I don't need to show you my anatomy, Marty, because anatomically I'm a male of the species, so I won't be doing that thing anymore, and I'll try and keep myself positioned. And Brother Jack, he says to me, like, take a camera and go up the incline and do a chapter on the incline for 8 minutes, and I don't have a camera to do that with, so you guys have to put up with me looking at you sitting here in my living room. All right. God bless y'all. Stay well. Have a good 2008. Everybody stay healthy. And Chapter 5 should be out soon. Take care. Thank you. Bye.